Hey y'all, this is my response to Module 3. Why is it important for educators to have an understanding of the significantly increased likelihood that students with emotional behavior disorders will become involved in the juvenile justice system, particularly those individuals with severe conditions? There are many important reasons why educators should have an understanding of the significantly increased likelihood that students with emotional or behavioral disorders will become involved in our juvenile system, particularly those individuals with severe conditions. In this audio, Julie Carberry, Sharon Coleman, and Linda Teplin give their knowledge and input on children and teens who are in the juvenile system with psychiatric disorders. When listening to Julie Carberry, educators need to be aware that students may look like problems but are really struggling with emotional disorders. They may do things that are seen as off the radar. It is important as educators to be aware that they may not be just a bad kid but are struggling with an actual disorder. It is our responsibility as educators to alert the school and the social worker of what we are witnessing. We must assist them in finding the correct resources instead of just disciplining them. If we can help them manage or get assistance for their disorder, we are bettering their odds of not making it into the juvenile system. They need to know that they have support from their teachers and school for things that they be going through. Another thing educators will need to understand is what their students may have experienced outside of the classrooms and throughout their lives. For example, Linda Teplin made the comment that most teens or children that struggle with emotional disorders experience some sort of trauma in their lives. So there's reason behind why they might have this type of disorder. We must understand that it is a possibility and take into consideration how we approach and deliver certain content or topics in our classrooms during curriculum and lessons. This is a way as a teacher to offer to support your students by taking these things into account and not necessarily going over content that could be emotionally disturbing or emotionally hard to understand for these types of students. Sharon Coleman expresses that we need to keep teens and children out of the juvenile system who have emotional disorders. They must not go there. They will have a better recovery when placed in programs that support people with these types of disorders. So when they go into the juvenile system, they're not getting that support. When placed in the juvenile system, teens and children are not offered the correct support that they would in a program specifically for psychiatric, and therefore they never have a chance to recover. They are also more likely to end back up in the juvenile system once they have gotten out. So they're never fully getting over their problems and are likely to keep going back if they don't get placed in the correct program. As a teacher, we need to be an advocate for our students. We also need to collaborate with our community and the law enforcement to support resources that these students need. It is crucial that they receive these resources so they can get better and go back out into the community and do the things that they are allowed to do and can do. With constant support from all parties involved in these students' lives, they have a better chance of staying out of the juvenile system and getting the correct help and actually having a chance at their future. We must make it a team effort to build programs that will help teens and children get back into the community and not back into the juvenile system, because it will not help them in the end. They will continue to jump back and forth. That's my post. Thanks.